Hey guys, welcome back. So I know I've been gone for a while, but I've decided to get a few Valentine's Day tutorials in for you guys, and I'm actually going to be filming 3 videos today. Not 1, not 2, but 3. So wish me luck, and if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start with is the Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. I actually really like this.
Don't you hate when you're in a group chat?
I actually really like this, but I feel like I use a lot when I do use it. So it kind of sucks because I think it's less than an ounce. And it was $10, so I like the primer, but I'm not crazy about how fast it runs out. And it says it's supposed to reduce redness. And that's exactly what I need because your girl has like something going on in my cheeks. I've always had red cheeks since I was a kid. I don't know, especially when I get hot or I'm working out or something. Also, I am a little bit sick, so excuse my voice. And I forgot my beauty blender, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I think the foundation I'm going to use today is going to be the Too Faced Born This Way and the Bourjois Paris and the Bourjois Paris Healthy Mix Foundation. I've been sick for the last few days, and I think it's because I recently have been like in and out of the hospital. Not me personally, but I've recently gone to the hospital a few times over the last week or so. And there's been like a family emergency. I feel like when I mix these two foundations, it gives me more of a, I want to say more of a skin-like texture. It looks more natural than just the Too Faced by itself. So I'm just gonna take my finger and dot it all over my face. So I've been sick the last few days and I've just been like sleeping it off mostly. I think what messed me up was like the whole weekend, because Friday night I was at like a little kickback, and then Saturday like morning we went paintball shooting, and oh my god, you're supposed to wear layers and it was so hot. And I really think that's what messed me up. And now I'm all like dry in my nose area and under my chin again. So now I've gotta like hydrate like a mofo. This is my damp Real Technique sponge. I kind of prefer this over the beauty blender. And I'm just gonna take this down my neck. Super Bowl Sunday, and it was just crazy. I really don't even like football, but it was all our friends, so I wasn't like mad at it, and I wasn't the only girl who didn't like football, so it was cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer in the shade Light. I'm gonna put this on the highest points of my face. So anyways, I think the weekend is what really messed me up. I feel okay today, so that's why I decided to film. I also wanted to film a haul, and then I realized that I got my Ipsy bag today. So I'm going to be filming 3 videos back to back right now. For this look, I want to do something soft and romantic. And I think I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette from Morphe because there's just so much colors in there. I'm just going to blend that out with the same sponge. And when I get to the nose, I like to squeeze it. So that way when it blends, you're not just blending like the whole sponge, because then it's going to make the concealer, I guess, blend wider. And you don't want to do that. You want to make your nose look slim. So I'm just going to squeeze and blend. See, now we have a cute nose. And I'm just going to blend this under my under eyes. I'm not going to take it on my lids today because I'm going to actually use a primer. I haven't worn any like heavy makeup, I think, in 4 days. Just because I've been sick. And I've been going to the gym at night because I'm dedicated. I want to get stronger and I want to get leaner. I feel like I've been seeing some results already. I think I've been going for like the past 4 or 5 months, but when I weigh myself, I don't really see the results in numbers, and I always keep telling myself like weight's just a number, muscle weighs more than fat. I'm just gonna take my NYC translucent powder and I'm gonna bake, and I'm gonna take that with my damp beauty blender. And when you bring this in, you want to bring it in on the sides of your nose, and that will just give you like this natural contour, and it won't look so harsh. I'm just gonna put this again where I highlighted my face. I'm gonna set the other areas of my face with my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. I know it's super long, but I just take a little bit lightly on my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe number 14 brush. And I just put that everywhere where I don't have the other powder. So that way like the bronzer and the contour and blush will blend out a lot easier, because sometimes powders tend to get patchy on me if I don't set it. I do want to do more Valentine's Day looks. I have like 1 or 2 more planned, and then that'll be it. So I'm going to go in with my Benefit Hoola bronzer and my Real Techniques dual fiber contour brush, and I'm just going to bronze the face. When I use this bronzer, I don't like to concentrate it on one area. I use it all over the face just to give dimension. And I just go to town, make it look like we've been at Hawaii, tripping with Tarte. I'm just kidding. I just like to make it look like, you know, you've been out in the sun, you've gone to the beach. And if it gets too harsh, you can just go back in with your powder brush and just blend it all out. So yeah, it was a busy weekend. I wasn't home like for 3 days. And when I would come home, I would basically come to sleep and then wake up, shower, and get going again. So now that I've let the powder sit on my face for a while, I'm gonna brush it away. I'm gonna use the Real Techniques regular contour brush, and I'm just gonna flick it away. I'm gonna look nice and highlighted. Now I've actually just been trying this powder a couple days last week, and I actually really like it. It's a little bit similar to the Laura Mercier powder, but I like it more because it's more affordable. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom you guys in, and I'm going to prime my eyes and set the lids. So first things first, I'm going to grab my MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base, and I'm just going to put this all over my lids to prevent the shadow from creasing, and so it has something to stick to. And sometimes when you don't put a primer, the shadows aren't as pigmented as you'd like them to be. So I'm just going to take that on my finger and blend it out. I've been thinking of doing a Q&A on my channel, but nobody's asked me questions, so I'll probably just do like another like get to know me tag or something. The only thing I really dislike about the Morphe brushes palettes is that there is no mirror. So I'm gonna go with my Tartelette in Bloom palette mirror. Okay, so now that I have my base on, I'm gonna take my Morphe E22 and a cream shade, and I'm just gonna put that all over the lids. That way we have a nice base for the other shadows to blend into. I really enjoy doing these talk through, I don't want to call them get ready with me's, but I guess these talk through tutorials, because I feel like it's a little easier than as opposed to what I've been doing with the text. I like it. It's just hard because there's always gardeners around my house. There's freaking one right now, and I didn't even know. I should write down their schedule, but there's always gardeners, there's always cars passing by because I live right next to a school. And so the cars like zooming up and down the street constantly. I'm gonna jump into the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette from Morphe. I'm just gonna grab this like magenta shade, and I'm just gonna take a little bit on my brush because I don't want it to be so bright. I'm just gonna make this look really simple. So I'm gonna take that on my BH Cosmetics fluffy brush. It actually does not have a name. Tapping off the excess. Now when you blend, you wanna make sure that when you blend your transition shade, you want to make sure that you're going up closer to the brow bone as opposed to right in the socket, your crease, I guess. And you want to make sure that you're going in and out in windshield wiper motions and small circular motions. And when you have a fluffy brush, it's going to make it look more blown out and blended. As opposed to using a smaller brush, it's gonna make the color look more concentrated. So I'm just taking a little bit of color at a time. That way there's no harsh lines, because then it's harder to blend what you've already put down. So just a little bit at a time. And I'm just going back and forth. For this look, I'm just gonna make it really simple. We're only gonna use 2 shadows and some wing liner, just so that way it's not so complicated, and so your date's not like, wow, she has 50 eyeshadows on her eyes. So then I'm gonna go in with this middle shimmer shade right here, and it looks kind of like a rose gold color, and I'm just gonna put that all over my lid with my finger. I think I'm actually gonna go in with a damp brush and apply this just so it's a little more pigmented. I'm gonna go in with my Sigma Large Shader E60 brush, and I'm gonna take my Smashbox primer water, and I'm just gonna dampen the brush. Take the same shade, put some on the brush, and I'm gonna pack that all over my lid just so it's a little more opaque. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back with the fluffy brush and I'm just gonna blend out the edges so there's no harsh lines. And then if you'd like, you can add some of the same crease shade right in the lower lashes. That's actually what I'm gonna do. You don't have to. And I'm just gonna take it on my Makeup Geek eye blender brush. It's actually angled. And I'm just gonna run that under my lash line. Just going back and forth. I'm gonna go in with my NYX matte liquid liner. And I love this liner. The applicator is so thin. It's only $6, and at Ulta there's always a buy one get one half off sale. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in. Wish me luck because I worked out my chest last night and I cannot even lift my arms. So what I like to do is start at the edge, and I like to kind of lay the brush down and flick it up and then just bring it in. I really don't know how else to explain it. It's pretty simple, but then when you do that, you just fill in between. Oh my god, I'm shaking so much. Okay, so then you just fill in between, and if you don't like the way the tail looks, I usually just go in with some concealer and a brush and just clean the edge. Oh shit, see? I already messed up. So since I messed up, I'm just gonna make it a little bit thicker. Okay, and it should end up looking something like that. So now I'm gonna take my brush and a little bit of my NARS concealer. And I'm just gonna clean up the edge. You can make the liner as thick or as thin as you want, but if I mess up, I tend to make it thicker. So now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and I'm just gonna hit them with the wing. So again, start in the corner, lay the brush down and flick it up or out, I guess. And then go from a little past the middle and bring it in. And then I'm just gonna fill it in. Okay, so they're almost even. They look pretty good. I'm just gonna clean up the other side. And now I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. And this is by far one of my favorite mascaras from the drugstore. I prefer it over the Benefit Roller Lash. So I'm just gonna take my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash, and this is the best bottom mascara there ever was, because normally my eyelashes don't even stand out, but with this mascara I feel like they're there. It's like, hey lashes, come through. Now you could put like any black or brown in the waterline if you'd like. Personally, I'm just gonna leave it blank. Go in with my Dodo lashes in the style 203. And voila, lashes for days. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna zoom you guys in for a close-up. Alright, so now that the eyes are done, I'm going to go in with some highlight, blush, and lip. I'm actually really excited to use this because I hadn't seen my sister in the longest time since before Christmas. So yesterday we actually gave each other our Christmas presents. And she got me MAC Oh Darling. I literally almost fainted when I opened the box. I cannot wait to put this on my face. Real Techniques Pointed Foundation Brush. I don't even want to use it, it's so beautiful. And I'm just gonna go to town and highlight that face, girl. She told me to send her selfies, so you already know. You already know. I'm wearing this all day. I don't care what anybody says. All day, every day. I tried so hard to get my hands on this. Yes, highlight come through. And we're just gonna keep putting that on and on and on. We're gonna just take a bath in this. Oh, yeah. Okay, I haven't loved something this much since Champagne Pop came out. And this one is called Secret Admire. It's just a nice lavender color. Doesn't have any shimmer in it whatsoever, but it's pretty nice, especially since we got the purple around the eyes. This blush is too bright for you. You can go in with something more neutral. And as you can see, it doesn't even give that much of a purple tint. It just gives more of a blushy kind of feel. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray, and I'm just gonna spray that all over the face. Go in with my Nabby Lip Liner Nutmeg Pencil. And this is just like a standard brown eyeliner. I probably got it from like the dollar store or something. All right, so I'm gonna go in with that, and then over top I'm gonna go in with I'm Nude from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Put that all over my lips, yeah. Alrighty guys, so this is the final look. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any requests, please leave it down below in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a happy Valentine's Day. Bye.